First off, I got a lot of respect for Belichick. I'm not nowhere near him. 6 Super Bowls, probably the best coach ever, football, in NFL history. But it means a lot just for those guys to trust me, to understand that whatever I'm doing is the best for the team, not for me, and I just want to win. And making adjustments, sometimes it's tough because adjustments mean some guys can't play, some guys play more, and you got to be able to accept that. And that's the biggest thing. But you have the communication with your team all year long and just talk about one common goal, and that's winning. And all of our guys are on board, So, I take pride in making adjustments and try to do the right thing, But these guys are the ones who have to go out and execute it. They've been doing a great job of that so far.
Tim Legler alongside, and Tim, among the things that make the playoffs so interesting, the fact that you do see the same team on the same day's rest, right? We're not catching somebody at the end of a 5-game and 8-day trip on the road. We know what you're going to run. We're going to start changing some stuff up. What did Ty Lue and the Clippers change? Yeah,
adjustments are one thing. For me, sometimes it's just reach down for that dial and turn the heat up. That's what I felt that the Clippers did. Here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Rarely you're going to see this much space being taken away one possession. It starts right here. Look at Patrick Beverley down here in the baseline. And look where he's locked in. He has no idea where the ball is because he's got one thing he's worried about. Devin Booker is not getting off tonight. So he is already chest to chest. But just take a look at how everybody plays this possession. I mean, you're right here. You're in somebody's grill. Take a look right here. Zubac presses up. Head turned here because you're chest to chest. You're closed out here, and there you're on the baseline. Rarely will you find an NBA possession where you have 5 offensive players with no space between them and their defensive player. And you're already deep into the clock, by the way. You're at 9. You've done nothing yet. 9 on a shot clock. Here again, the overplay. Why does it matter? Because by the time Jay Crowder gets it, you're at 6 seconds. You have run absolutely nothing to this point. Now,
right.
Take a look here. One last part to this to finish it off. Little back screen by Booker. We're going to roll 8 now for the lob. Take a look at the reaction of this is Patrick Beverley. He's going to go up here and try to play this lob. He's also going to get a little help over here in the baseline. So 2 guys react to this lob, or that's a layup. And then the last part of this. You do have an open shooter here in the corner. It's going to require a great closeout by Terrence Mann. So this is the last part. Finish off the possession, gang rebound, 4 guys in the paint. You end up with the basketball. Here's another one. And this is just Devin Booker tonight. What a night he had. Up in his face, chest to chest. And again, look at the help. Ready to square off here. You got pressure up in his grill. So when Booker comes off, picks this thing up, even when he thinks he's got a guy in the wing, it's a hard closeout. Even that one passing lane is taken away. And now, look at all the guys in the lane. And Scott, you know what this pass is right here? This is, I just don't feel like being guarded anymore. Here, just get it out of my hand.
Alone.
Somebody take this ball off of me because this is getting annoying. And he just throws it into a crowd because Devin Booker was worn out. And you saw the night they had. We talked about the shooting night that they had. But the 10 for 40 doesn't even tell, I think, the story. If you watched 48 straight minutes of just relentless pressure. Chris Paul, to me, I thought looked a little bit slow, little tentative, rusty.
Yeah, not a surprise.
He's going to have a huge bounce-back game. There's no question in my mind. It's one of those competitive guys in the league. Booker, that's 2 in a row now. And Patrick Beverley has definitely been the difference. He is under his skin right now. Let's see what Monty Williams can come up with to give that guy some space early in the game to see the ball go in because he took a long time to get going.
You ever get busted up in the face and have to wear a mask? I saw Jamal Crawford on Twitter was talking about this. A great shooter. He said he had to wear a mask and I think he missed every shot, took it off in the second half, and like the hell with it, I can't see.
Busted up in the face a ton. My nose is crooked, as you can see. Yeah. Never really wore a mask. I tried one day at practice one time. Didn't like it. Affected me as a shooter. Didn't want to deal with it. I just said if it gets hit, it gets hit. You know, I'm not that pretty anyway. We'll figure it out later down the road. I never did get to that part.
Don't sell yourself short. Just quickly, is this type of effort sustainable? 10 for 40 is not happening again, but you can do this, right? They always say defense travels.
Yeah, it is sustainable. But here's the thing. Here's the adjustment for Monty Williams if it's me. Where was Deandre Ayton in the second half? The guy's 30 for 40 in the series. Every time he touches it, something good happens, and they went long stretches without running anything to get him involved in the offense. So for me, you want to figure out a way to trump defenders that are pressuring your guards like that? Well, let's run the offense through somebody else in the paint to get guys to converge, loosen it up a little bit. I just thought he got very quiet in the second half, and I think Monty Williams has to take a look at that tape. That guy needs touches because they don't have an answer for him.
Right. Speaking of adjustments, Tim will be back a little bit later to talk about how, if at all, you slow down the young man in Atlanta the man shimmied before he took a shot in the Eastern Conference Finals and then buried it. We'll talk about that in a bit.
We always believe. We never give in. We never say die. Like I said, we never really have doubt. We continue to just chip away, try to figure out ways that we can be better, try to figure out ways to impose our will on our opponents. And this team's just hungry. It's always hungry to get better. You don't know what the results are ever going to be, but I love our approach. I love the way we come out. We continue to fight. We continue to try to find ways to get it done collectively, and we've been fortunate enough to make it this far. So.
Pleasure to welcome to the show for the first time, Terrence Mann. Terrence, hi, I'm Scott Van Pelt. Thanks for coming on after another efficient, excellent night, 6 of 8, a dozen points, a significant role on both ends of the floor. And I want to, before we get to tonight, I just want to go back to the end of Game 2, and what was the key for your group to just let that go and bring the type of focus and effort to Game 3 that was required?
Just staying locked in, man. It was a tough loss. Nobody wants to, lose like that, especially in the Western Conference Finals. But we got great vets. Everybody's locked in, getting everybody on the same page, getting everybody positive. So yeah, just positive word after that loss, and we knew we had to get Game 3.
Terrence, we saw in that Utah game how the confidence on the offensive end was just insane, and the way you all were, everyone was hitting threes. Can it be contagious on the defensive end in terms of the effort? You're not going to see it in the same way, but is that type of momentum something that can happen on defense?
Yeah, I mean, that's just how basketball works. On both ends of the court, you can bring momentum. You can change how people play with energy. Once one teammate is bringing energy and going all out, it fuels the next teammate, and everybody's locked in on the defensive side also, so definitely.
Final big picture thought. I think, it was a remarkable performance you had in that game, and now you're getting more and more opportunities, and I know you've worked your whole life for them. As you drive home from the arenas after nights like this, where does your mind go as you think about sort of the journey and where the journey has brought you right now?
My mind doesn't go too far from this, the Western Conference Finals. I'm stuck right here. I'm living in the moment, trying to get a ring, so I don't go too far thinking about what's ahead or what's behind me.
Understood. Well, I hope on the drive home you enjoy this great performance. It's a victory and a lot more work to do. It comes on Game 4 this weekend. Look forward to watching you guys play. Terrence, thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate you, Scott.
All right, Terrence Mann and the Clippers get the victory. The starting backcourts is where the difference can certainly be found, as you see Paul and Booker, Jackson and Beverly. The scoring's one thing, but 10 for 40. Steve, if I say it to the point that it becomes annoying, please let me know. But will you?
Yeah.
I know you will. 10 for 40, I mean, it's noteworthy, is it not? And that's not what you expect to see. Again, that mask that you saw Booker wear, I think shooters, it's definitely something that bothers them. Patrick Beverly bothers them too. Jackson and Beverly go for 1 point more. The Clippers go for 14 more. They get